Hi guys, just want to show you a simple trick today on how to greatly improve the performance of your computer, especially the older ones, pretty much the ones which are manufactured a couple years back, because then the newer ones, they will already have these features. So one of the biggest upgrade you can do in a desktop in terms of overall speed would be a solid state drive. Now, yes, if the computer doesn't perform well within certain applications because of the lack of RAM, you can always upgrade the RAM in your computer. But from what I see on a daily basis on my shop, a lot of people are calling me, telling me that their computer is running very slow or slower than it used to work when they first purchased it. Now, keep in mind, no component on your computer will slow down, not the graphics card, not the CPU, not the RAM. They will always work at the same speed relatively. That you're not going to notice a very big decrease in the performance of the computer. By the way, this is a customer computer. Sorry for the dust. I just opened it up. I'm starting to work on it. So I just want to give you a couple insights of what you can do. Now, many people, they up the RAM, they max out the RAM, but they find out that, oh, it's the same exact speed as before. It didn't really improve the speed with anything. And the reason for that being that a lot of older computers were shipped with one of these guys. This is a regular mechanical hard drive, rotational hard drive. These guys work at, they have small platters inside and an arm which is looking for the information. They spin at about 54 or 7200 RPMs, and on a good day their average speed is about 80 to about 120 megabytes a second transfer rate. They do slow down over time due to a couple of factors. I'm not going to go through that right now, but yes, they do slow down over time. And no, it's not because you overfill it with data. Now, one upgrade which I see the most that people actually figure out that they can do is replacing that drive with a solid state drive. This is a solid state drive. It's a SATA, SATA type of drive. As you noticed, it has exactly the same type of connection as the regular drive. Okay, let me just put it here. So it uses a SATA interface which only allows speeds of about 550 megabytes a second. Well, that speed, of course, depends a lot on the type of drive chosen. Some of them, I'm not going to give names, but some of them will work at about 300 megabytes a second or so. Yes, this is an improvement compared to the regular hard drive, but the biggest improvement will be one of these guys. This does, ignore the brand. This is just an example. There are a lot of brands. This one is an NVMe type of drive. So basically it's a PCI Express SSD whose speeds they can reach speeds of about 3500 megabytes a second. So compare that to the 550 of a regular drive, or let's put it on a good day, 120 megabytes a second for a regular hard drive. So you'll see that that is a great way to make your computer faster, overall faster, right? Now, why some people are opting for this one with an older motherboard is because they don't even know that they have this particular connector on the motherboard. For example, this customer, he was very surprised when I told him that he can do an upgrade like that. And why? Because if you see, I'm going to remove the graphics card so I can actually show you. Most of the computers manufactured probably in the past 4 or 5 years, they will have this type of connection. Now this is a PCI Express 3. There is a PCI Express 4 and a PCI Express 5, but we're not going to talk about those because those motherboards or those computers, they most likely came shipped with this type of SSD. Or if they didn't and you do a fresh build, I would highly recommend you to opt for one of those drives. Now you see right here under the PCI Express port, you have this little connector which looks a little bit like a Wi-Fi card connector on a laptop. So right there we're gonna remove that screw. Most of them, they won't have that screw. You'll have to find one, but when you buy your SSD, most of the SSDs, they would include, the manufacturers, they will include one screw right there. So let me find the right head for my screwdriver, and we're gonna remove, okay, come on, where's my Phillips? We're gonna remove that particular screw. Okay, Phillips, here we go. So it's very, very easy. We're just gonna remove this screw right here, and we're gonna put this SSD just like this. Okay, of course there are options. You can first have your old hard drive cloned into this NVMe. You can clone it while you have both drives inside of the computer. Most of the manufacturers, you don't have to spend money on a cloning software, because most of the manufacturers, they will have a cloning software. Okay, I know that Samsung have, Crucial has, Western Digital has their own cloning software. So you can clone your old content into the new one, or you can start from scratch. You do not need a new license for the Windows if you're already if you're concerned about that, because the Windows has a digital license which is embedded into your EFI chip. So you just reinstall the Windows. You can download it for free from the Microsoft website, and it's gonna activate itself. So yeah, as I said, this is as simple as it can get. Just adding one of these SSDs, they run very, very cheaply, and you will make a whole lot of a difference in the performance of your computer, overall performance. Now, let's say if your computer is not performing very well on video games, or it has problems if you're rendering stuff and is not doing the right job, probably an SSD won't really make such a big difference. But if you'll need other upgrades done to your computer. But if your computer is overall slow or sluggish, and it was not like that when you first got it, do an upgrade with a solid state drive. It's gonna make a lot of a difference. You're gonna thank me for that. So yeah, that's just a short video to give you an idea of how you can actually speed your aging computer with an SSD. Probably you'll find a bunch of other videos, but I just thought of throwing this video on my channel because, you know, I see a lot of these computers and people are not aware that they can actually do this. Okay, so this is something you can definitely do it on your own. Good luck with that. Yeah, so until next time, take care. So if you like this video, obviously like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.